everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte. Last week I posted a video talking about inspiration and some of the places that I have in the past found inspiration for artwork that I've done. In that video I also asked if you guys would give me your suggestions, ideas, anything like that in the comment section below for a possible artwork that I want to do. I want to do a piece from start to finish, from initial inspiration to planning, getting an idea, laying out the piece, and then actual creating the piece. And you guys blew me away with your comments. So first, let me just say thank you guys 100% for all the comments and suggestions. 2, it was really hard to pick the suggested inspiration. But 3, if you are looking for inspiration for an art piece, I will leave a link to this video in the description box below, or at the end of this video. You can jump back over there, read through the comments. It's a huge, amazing resource of inspiration. And if you have other inspiration ideas, put them in that video, and then we can just keep growing this kind of catalog of inspirational ideas. With that being said, I went through and I picked 2 words stood out to me. One was keyhole and one was Celtic or Celtic knot. The very first thing I did was just kind of look at some reference photos. So I just went on to Google. People use Google, Pinterest. Sometimes if you just have reference photos of those things already, looking at that. Anyway, getting some ideas. And then I began to just sketch, just draw, just get anything and everything out on paper, or on this, well, for me, it was on my tablet. Sometimes when you get inspiration, it will automatically just poof the idea, like you know from already what the piece is going to look like. And then that happens with some of my work. I'll get an idea or someone will give me a prompt and I'll know what the finished piece is going to look like. Other times I just have, I'd love to introduce that element into an artwork or somehow use that, but I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look. And so sketching out just a wide variety of ideas, thoughts, anything can really help. A writing friend once told me this was an exercise that they did. They would take a piece of paper and they would just write about anything. And it didn't even have to make sense. It didn't even have to make a sentence. They would just throw words on a paper. And a lot of times by just throwing out a ton of things, they would come up with an idea of something to write. So it's very similar with art. If you're having a hard time coming up with what you want to do with this inspiration, just drawing a whole bunch of those things can sometimes crack a door to the path that you're going to go down in your new art piece. So the word keyhole actually brought back this memory from my trip to Washington, D.C. We went to the homestead of George Washington, our first president, and got to look at all the old buildings. And I loved, there was this one green door and it had this really cool keyhole, and it was just a normal keyhole. I'll put a picture. It's not that like ornate or anything. It was in the kitchen, but it just was like, how many times did someone lock and unlock that door? It was enough of an inspiration that I took a picture of it, not thinking that I would use that kind of as also more inspiration for this piece. I began looking up different keyholes, and that also led me to think about like locks and lockets. Then I also looked up Celtic or Celtic knots, and I've always enjoyed drawing them. I think I have a tutorial or 2 of them where I kind of take you through step by step on drawing them. If I do, I will try to remember to link that. I love drawing knots because it's like a mental workout for your brain as you're trying to remember not just being symmetrical, which I'm not super great at keeping my lines symmetrical and even, but remembering, you know, the weaving process, what goes over and under and under and in and twisting and all that. So I really enjoy doing Celtic knots to kind of warm my brain up. So combining that with the thought of a door knob or keyhole or something like that was really fascinating. So I did a whole bunch of sketches. After I got the sketches done, I had kind of come up with an idea. Now let me just warn you ahead of time if you're watching this in the future and you're going, what? I've watched all the videos in this series of creating this piece and this finished piece has nothing to do with these sketches. That's one of the reasons why artists don't really show you this part, because right now this idea is really exciting and I'm really excited about this idea, but in 2 days I might not be, or some other idea might have morphed out of it and I go, no, I want to do this instead. It might not have anything to do with keys or doorknobs or locks or keyholes, but this is the stepping stone, the part of this journey to whatever the end piece is. You guys are lucky if you're watching this in the future because you'll know what the end piece is. I don't know right now. But as of this very moment, I'm envisioning a kind of keyhole plate. I'm not sure if I want to put like a doorknob with it. I think I just want the lock, like a little squarish piece of metal that has a keyhole in it. And I'm kind of envisioning it being really old and maybe surrounded by some flowers. But with this, I want to do a second piece. I want 2 small pieces so they can be kind of framed side by side. And on this one, I'm going to have the key. I'm excited about this because some of you may know I like to do like little series of pieces. Sometimes my series don't make it, but I like to have pieces that connect with one another. And I could just see like having all these different art pieces that are locks and keys, like actual locks or door locks or lockets or, you know, cages that have keys with them. So you have 2 different pieces. Whether that will happen, I don't know, but that is my huge inspiration for this piece. So we've done the step of getting inspiration, what inspired me to actually pick up a pencil and to do some sketching. We've got it from inspiration to an idea. Whether this idea will actually remain the same, I don't know yet. But the next step is then to begin planning out our thumbnail piece, to really define what we want this piece to look like and the coloring process. And this is the part, this next step is the part that the piece has the potential of changing the most. During the next coming week, I will be working on that and, you know, finalizing out some of the details, and I'll show you that process in the next video. So make sure that you are a subscriber to my channel. You've hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on that video or any of my other videos that I upload. And if you're interested in joining me along this journey, pick something that inspires you to create art. If you decide to document your creative process, make sure to tag me in your photos. I would love to see what they look like. Well, thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, God bless you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next art video. Bye-bye.